Hi, this is Stephen Brower. This is an addendum to the Office 11B. I just want to point out a couple of potential areas of, well, I want to point out a few things. Well, one thing I just want to also mention in terms of, like, when I sit down to grade, I can't tell how you selected something. Like one of the things, and I'm not going in the exact proper order, but one of the things you guys are supposed to do is highlight, and I'm going to deliberately do it this way, you're supposed to highlight this entire paragraph. And so in the book, one of the things I mentioned is that if you move your mouse over the paragraph and do a triple click, it'll highlight the paragraph. There's other ways to do it though. So in other words, in front of the paragraph, you do a double click, it also highlights the paragraph as well. So depending on whether your mouse is before the paragraph or in the paragraph would be whether it's a double click or whether it's a triple click. If your mouse is in this position and you do a triple click, if your mouse is in this position and you do a triple click, it highlights the whole document. So you do have to be careful where your mouse is when you highlight. But what I'll say is when I sit down to grade, I am looking that this paragraph is going to be formatted differently. But I don't know whether you did the double click in front of the paragraph, the triple click in the paragraph, or if you highlighted everything manually. I'm not going to be able to tell which of those methods that you actually used, or if you're going to use the keyboard, I'm going to move arrow up, left over, I'm going to hold the shift key, down, 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 down. And so I just used the keyboard and I highlighted the paragraph. So again, when I'm looking to grade this Office 11B, I'm just looking at that particular paragraph, the one that's currently highlighted, and I'm pointing with my finger like you can see it. That this particular paragraph, the one that's highlighted, I'm just looking that it has the proper format, which is the different color, et cetera, et cetera. Part of that Office chapter being so many steps is because they're laying out for you or pointing out for you different ways things can be done, because they would describe one way and there'd be the other little bullets of sort of describing another. So there's several times throughout the exercise where, again, there's multiple ways to highlight things. There also is an exercise where they have you use the Format Painter. I haven't a bleeping clue whether you use the Format Painter or not. I'm just going to look that these items here are all formatted the same way. So whether you used the Format Painter or you highlighted each one, formatted it, I don't know. I'm just looking that the format is done. So there's some things that I can't tell whether you do them or not. Selecting things is one of those things. In terms of applying a format, whether it's using the Format Painter or just manually done each time, I can't tell. So just pointing out in terms of some things, that I can't tell. And other things, that at one point they have you put the picture up before this label here, and then they have you cut and paste and put the picture down below. Well, that could have been dragged and dropped as well. It didn't have to be cut and pasted. So, again, I'm looking that the picture is going to be down here, not necessarily Word doesn't track the steps that were taken to get it there. I'm just looking to see that it is there. Now, there are some things that are not visual in the document, but I am going to look for it. In other words, when you're looking at that, the first page for the chapter, and it does have the finished product, what that picture doesn't have are some of the other attributes and tags. And we'll just bring over, so my Martha Stewart limit, I'm going to bring this one over here. So some of the things that you actually are going to be doing is putting in some additional things like an author, doing tags. So those are just the two that I'm remembering right now, as the author and the tags. Anyway, but I am going to peek to see that the author and the tags are there. Oh, the subject, that was another thing. Yeah. So those things were not visual. In other words, when we're looking at this document, we here, looking at this document, don't see the tags, we don't see the author, we don't see the subject. That's more of a behind the scenes thing. But that is something I'm going to look for in the when I look at that. That's something I'm going to be looking for.